What is up, YouTube? Back with another video. We are done. Monday is done, work-wise. Normal day. I say that every single day, but it's normal day. Honestly, I'm used to getting out way later. Like I talked about before, like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you know, like a bad day is like, okay, well, we're gonna be here till 4 o'clock easily. That's always my other job, and it sucked, but enough of that. Yeah, pretty good day. I had to stay a little longer because I was helping out build doors because someone missed in our group. That's to be expected. I mean, the job honestly isn't that bad, so you know, I help out a little bit. I look good. We keep going, you know. And honestly, the work I'm gonna be going into anyways, like software development. I haven't thought about sales, but that was just a brief thought I had before in my life. But anyways, that kind of stuff, you know, it's gonna. I know it's like 5 o'clock days for sure, because you know you go in at 8, stay probably a little longer. You stay till the. I mean, you stay till the work's done, or if you work remotely, you probably work kind of like in between all day, right? So I'm already in the mindset that I'm gonna be working that long because I'm totally okay with wasting my adulthood, essentially my adulthood for my kid. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm fine with that. Or rather, I want to waste it the best way possible so my kid can have the best choices he can have in life, the best opportunities. Because, you know, I want him set in case I would die in any kind of random way. I want him to be set as early as possible in case anything happens. So, yeah, and this is part of it. I like doing YouTube. I always want to do YouTube. If as morbid as it sounds, if I ever die, Emery, my kid, can have this to watch. At least he can have this sort of content about his dad. I mean, it's not much, but you know, it's whatever. But it sounds a bit morbid, but it really isn't that bad, you know. So, but yeah, today wasn't too bad. This week, got homework as usual. Monday is where I plan my week. I see what homework I have, and then I plan accordingly. Obviously, if I don't have that much or a lot, then you know I still do work Monday. I try to do most of it by Wednesday because Thursday we get out. It's like our takeout day, so we take out food. So you know I get home, my girl is fasting for usually 24 hours, and then that's when I come home, shower, then get food, and then we eat, and then I'm slumped. So I'm like, it's already Thursday, I'm tired, right? So, so it is what it is. And then Friday is just Friday, because then I work Saturday as well. So I want to have everything done by the weekend, where I'm not thinking, assuming that everything's done, and then guess what? Sunday afternoon comes, and I double check it, and I have a bunch of assignments to do. So I wouldn't want that. But yeah, that's about it. That's the plan. My wife and I started watching Invincible. Well, I started watching it, she got into it, so we restarted it, and it's pretty good. I like the character Mark Grayson. It's pretty good. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but good stuff. I like the way it's going. I always see something cool, and I'm like, I want to draw that, and I think that's how I end up drawing again. Because I see like Mark or Omni-Man, and I'm like, I want to draw that. So I end up drawing it, and then I get back to the groove drawing. I realize that this might be a little like tooting my own horn, but I realize how good I am, and I'm like, man, I'm pretty good at this. Like, it's pretty easy now for me because years and years of practice that I've actually committed to before. But I get back to him like, that was pretty good. Why did I stop? And then I draw again. I've been drawing for the last couple of days. I like drawing, I really do. I think there's like not even a fine line, it's like a blurred line where I'm like, when am I taking it too seriously where I'm at a point where it feels like a burden, where I'm like going home and I'm like, no, I don't want to feel like I have to draw it now, but like once I set a quota of what I have to do production wise, and then drawing, then I think that's when I'm like, okay, well, let me finish these 2 pages per day as fast as I can, right? And then, you know, that's when I lose my creative flow. And I'm not even creative because I'm just trying to pump it out. But sometimes you gotta pump it out. Sometimes you gotta draw the face 100,000 times just to get it right. And I still don't have it right, but that's more like in terms of actual progression instead of just drawing. So what the hell is that? Oh, it's a rock. So that's different. But in terms of drawing as a hobby, I want to keep it as a hobby. I don't want to keep it as a thing where I'm like constantly pushing everything, because, you know, I've talked about work ethic, and, you know, you really gotta grind it out sometimes, grinding mode, you know, but there are some facets in life that you have to really just let it be what it is. And, you know, as a hobby, as cool down time, because you have to give yourself me time or alone time or cool down time, because if you're always burning, you're never gonna recover. I mean, you're gonna burn out, right? I was about to slow down. I don't think I passed, but the semi kept going, and then I felt like a dick if I were to stop traffic. So I'm not doing that. I hate when I do that, or I hate being the one in charge of like either letting somebody go or, you know, feeling like an ass and going right through the street, passing them and not allowing them to turn. But the thing is, I don't want to be the one responsible in case they get into an accident, and then I look like the guy that, you know, caused it all. I'm like, no, I didn't cause anything. I let you have the opportunity. You don't want to take it, that's fine. So, and that's happened to me the other way as well. One time going to Tennessee with my wife, I was exiting into a street from a store, I think, and I was taking a left, I believe, and there was a car that was going through the middle, taking a left or right. I'm not sure. I think it was a left, but I'm not sure what it was, but they had to stop, and they're like, go through, and I was like, okay. But then I saw a car coming on their left, you know, passing them, and I was like, no, and they're like, come on, I'm like, no, and then a second later, the car just whizzes by them, and they're like, oh, you know, and they felt awkward, because, you know, obviously if I were to follow through with what they said purely, I would have got into an accident, and then, you know, they wouldn't have been liable, but I would have been like, they told me to go, and then, you know, it just would have been a mess. Besides the point of being in a car crash, but so yeah. And I get obviously that it can't be that way all the time, because you can't just wait for the road to be cleared, or else you're gonna be waiting a long time, right? So something that's been in my mind all day today is, I don't know. I mean, it's also been in my mind for like a while. I think I get this way after a little bit in a job, or just like here and there, but like, I know I can do more, you know? Like, does that mean that I want to do more for the same pay or something like that? No, I mean, I think I can do more. In terms of, how would I put it? In terms of, like, scaling myself, like, I think I can be more impactful to society. I just don't know how. But I think I can be. I just, you know, I'm not sure how I can be. I'm not sure how it can be better. But I know it can be better. What does that mean? What does better mean? It means like I'm on a higher scale. Like, I don't want to be a team leader in my job. I don't want to be a GM in my job. I want to be somewhere else. But, you know, and that's part of the whole life patience thing. You know, you just can't rush into things, because you know, I mean, you can, you should, business-wise. You just gotta dive in the water. But in terms of my career, I just want to like start it. So I'm really trying to grind it out, trying to figure it out. You know, ultimately, like I said before, and I always say this in every video, I think, you know, it's just about my kid. I want to make sure my kid has the best opportunity he has. I mean, he's our kid, so I want to assume he's going to be morally, ethically well off as much as we are, as much as I am. But, you know, I think of like Tom Hanks and his son Chet, and I'm like, well, Tom did pretty good, But his kid, I mean, he had a career in music, so I guess it isn't too bad. It's just, I don't know. I guess that's where ethics, or excuse me, intelligence and wisdom come into play, because you can be really smart, but you can believe someone when they lie to you, right? You can believe someone that is saying they're somebody they're not. Or you can be really wise, like, streetwise, and you can know how to talk to people. You can be smart and do that as well. But if you're wise, you don't have to trust a certain person. Or you know, maybe a certain business deal might not be the right deal, right? Stuff like that, I guess. Not perfectly the best example. That's where I'm like, you can be a doctor, but you can have a really bad habit or a hobby, an addiction. Everyone knows how to save money, right? Everybody knows how to save money. But the hardest part is actually doing it. And not myself included in that as well. I'm not saying I'm better than everybody else, and that's what I'm saying. I'm in that same boat. We all know what the best thing to do is, but sometimes it isn't what you want to do. Sometimes it's easier not to do the right thing because it's just easier. So, who knows? But besides that, I think everyone will be okay. It's just, with us, a long first life. But financially speaking, I want to make sure you can see that there are other options than just what is around you. There's more options than what you think there is, I guess. Because there is. I mean, you go anywhere you want. There's houses. I mean, if there's houses, there has to be people that buy them, that rent them, that have them, that own them. So there's jobs out there. It just depends on how bad you want it, I guess. I mean, I think that holds true. I think there is a certain aspect about it where if you really want it, you can get it. It's just you gotta really grind. I mean, I see TikToks where people will be working 2 jobs to save a certain amount of money, and that buys you something. How much are you willing to sacrifice? How much am I willing to sacrifice in my life to achieve what I want, to make sure it gets to the right people, like my kid, my wife? I always ask myself that because life gets hard, and you're like, what's the point of this? It's like, well, if I stop now, what's the point of even going? Because I'm stopping right now. I didn't get this far just to get this far. I don't know. I heard that online, but it makes a lot of sense. So you just think you didn't get this far just to get this far. There's more you can do, and that's kind of life. You go as far as you can. If you're focused, best case scenario, you achieve what you want to achieve. Worst case scenario, you die trying. So that's what I want to be known for. I want to be known for someone that tried. Not for someone that's just like, oh well, I guess, and then that's it. I mean, all of this isn't new information to anybody. So, this isn't any profound philosophical idea that's been published now or anything like that. I'm just thinking out loud, and yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm getting kind of tired again. I'm in my Apple. Listen to my audiobook, listen to 1984, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Be safe.